Hello everyone, Baka Monkey Fun here. I'm going to do a short review and a small theory on why David, the bad robot, killed the creators. Spoiler alert, I'm going to count to 5 to give you a chance to move on from this video, starting as of now. All right, if you are still here, you have seen the movie and will help you understand more of what the hell my theory is about. Now, what I want to start off with is David himself said that the human race was flawed, too stupid to keep their own planet habitable for themselves, so they had to reach out and destroy other planets like a disease. Now, some people say the art reflects the artist. This is true sometimes, and the art also shows more of what the observer is looking at or how the observer sees things than the way the artist feels or thinks. Now, if David put that idea as in if the architectural structure of something is flawed, the architect himself must be flawed. The designer of the architectural structure itself must be flawed. So therefore, he killed them. That's my theory on why he did it. And more proof that he killed them because they may have been imperfect. He took on that a whole planet with that black goop and tried to create something perfect. And in the end, he created what was also known, or as we know now, as the normal xenomorph. Xenomorph. I don't know about you guys, but the backbursters were way more scarier. I mean, just the rapid actions and fucking pure speed of those fucking things just would have made me pray for a quick death. Especially when I seen him tear up that lady. Shit, I was feeling so bad. I'm so glad they didn't skimp on the gore on this, by the way. It put so much more emphasis on what the hell was going on. Yeah, but I think that's why David pretty much killed off everything on that planet or in the surrounding area. I mean, he even experimented on Elizabeth. Jeez. On Elizabeth Shaw. That's fucked up. She was a cool ass person. He even rebuilt her. I mean, in a way, the way David was thinking was completely fucked up due to the fact that how were humans flawed if they were able to create something perfect? An example, David himself, he thought he was perfect. So I don't understand why he would think humans would need to be destroyed if they created something perfect. Therefore, if they created something perfect, the architect itself, the designer was perfect. It had to be. It or itself wouldn't have created something perfect. So that's one kind of thing that throws me off about David, and it's that part kind of just makes no sense whatsoever. It's strange. But yeah, that's my theory. I think he felt since humans were flawed, the creator itself is flawed. Therefore, none of them have a reason to exist. And now a short review. I thought the movie was good. I'm not Robert and Ebert, whoever the fuck those guys are. I never figured out how to say their fucking names the right way. I'm not a professional movie critique, whatever. I don't know about forgettable characters, blah, blah, blah. I remember these characters because they've been through some shit. The acting was good. The only bad acting, I think, in the movie, or bad directing, because the director has a final say, was when the guy that starred in Pineapple Express, the one that got shot a lot, when he didn't cry when his wife died. I don't give a fuck. You're going to shed a tear. Your wife just died. For no reason whatsoever. Because somebody wanted to just go check something out. Another badly directed part. I don't give a fuck. You go to a new planet. Just anything. Motherfucker. I'd bring a fucking respirator, a fucking gas mask, something that just gives me oxygen that isn't from that planet, because I don't give a fuck what the sensors say. Everything is different. It's the small details. It's the devil in the details, motherfucker. Good example. Good phrase to pull up what that planet fucking is. The devil is in the details. Yeah, I'd have brought a fucking gas mask to any fucking out there planet. And this is new stuff. These motherfuckers are hopping on a shit that is technically always new. So why the fuck would you go into somewhere new without being slightly cautious? I don't know. I personally would. If I was director, I'm like, put some gas masks on them. Nobody steps off on a new planet. I don't give a fuck who you are. The military, whatever. They're gonna play it safe. They're gonna put on hazmat suits. They're gonna put on the mask. They're gonna do everything Dr. Elizabeth Shaw did, and those guys did in the first one. Another badly directed part to me was the part where David, the bad robot, told the good robot, "It's your choice," and the good robot paused and thought about it for a second, and then it cut. That instantly was a dead giveaway. There was a switch to me. What I feel should have happened is when David asked the robot, "Hey, it's your choice," the fucking good robot should have just kept bashing that motherfucker's head in, and then cut. And then you have this false sense of security. They're like, "Oh yes, David's done. The fucking aliens are done. Blah, 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 blah. It's safe. Everything's good." But when he lifted the rock up and shifted his attention away from David, and then it cut, then it was a dead giveaway to me. Now, the fucking ending would have been phenomenal if they wouldn't have done that. To me, I feel it would have been one of the greatest endings I've ever seen. The way she asked to build a log cabin and he smiles back, that was fucking well done. But as soon as it cut the scene, when the good robot thought about it for a second and it cut, I was like, they switched. It killed the whole story for me. Just like how I feel in Star Wars Rogue One, they shouldn't have said charge the laser, because then you knew they were fucked. It should have just been them giving the plans to Leia, running off to the beach, right to where they're supposed to be picked up at, or wherever the rendezvous is, and then they look up, and then there's just a green laser hitting the fucking ocean, and everything gets annihilated. That would have been another great fucking ending. But as soon as they did the charging the lasers, prepare the lasers, I was just, fuck. They cut a beautiful chance to fucking shoot a twist. Another badly directed part in Alien Covenant. Sorry about going off on a Star Wars Rogue One. To me, another badly directed part, or bad acting, whatever, is when they trapped the xenomorph inside the dump truck, and she didn't fire back. If you can recall what the distance was between her and the xenomorph, it was a pretty big distance. I mean, the camera had to zoom in what seemed like a considerable amount of I'm sorry, I'm doing this unscripted. A considerable amount of distance to see the xenomorph that close after it popped its head through the window. I feel at that point, I would have lit that motherfucker up. I don't care about hull integrity. You can seal this fucking part off. Fuck everything. We go back to Earth. We fucked up. And if the airlock was open, that would have gave me more incentive to just fucking cheese... to just turn that fucking xenomorphin window into Swiss cheese. The worst that could have happened is the bullets curved and you'd have to compensate. That would have been the worst fucking thing that happened. That mist, whatever fluid would have went straight out the fucking airlock. So to me, those were the badly directed parts. It was a great movie. I give it 5 stars, but if you minus the badly directed parts, 5 stars. With the badly directed parts, 4.5. I thought it was a great throwback. The acting, especially when the xenomorphs appeared, the acting then was great. It was awesome. Oh, and another thing I want to touch on. I feel the movie was missing something. And it took me a minute to figure it out. I wish they'd have showed why the fucking creators did what they did. Is there 2 separate types of creators? I mean, they were fucking dressed differently in the fucking ship, and then dressed differently on the planet. What the fuck? I wish it explained why they did what they did. It just at least fucking explain why the fuck. Why is the black goop the black goop? Where the fuck did it come from? What the fuck was it actually designed for? Like, it seeks out to destroy things that are not robotic. Maybe that's why David thought he was perfect. It sought out everything that was flawed, and he was the only one thing it didn't seek to destroy. But just, why didn't it fucking explain more of what the fuck the creators did what they did, or or who they were? To me, that's what was missing. That being said, that's my small review. This is Bakamaki Fun. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.